Hello.
Hello,
Okay, welcome back. So let's see. Tell me, how are you today?
I'm great. Thank you. How about you?
I'm doing pretty great too. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
All right. Now, let's see. We're gonna have a few questions to warm up ourselves. So, do you know what day it is today?
Uh, Excuse me, can you repeat?
Okay. I want to know what day it is today. Here, this is
What?
the question. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I see.
Here's the question. What day is it today?
Yes. Uh, Today's is a busy day. Um, I have many work at the office.
You had a lot of work at the office? Okay. So what time did you go home? What time did you go home?
Uh, I uh, I went back home at 6:30 p.m.
Okay. Now be careful with this number. We have two, the first S and the after X. Six. Can you say that again? Six.
6.
Yeah, that's much better. 6 p.m., right? Okay, and let's talk a little bit about your dinner. What did you just have for dinner?
Let's let me see. Uh, I uh, I re I prepare some fast dishes for my family. Um, fried fried meat and have a soup.
Fried meat and soup, right?
Yes,
Okay, so what kind of meat was that? What kind of meat was that?
pork.
Pork, right? Okay, so you and your family just had fried pork and soup.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds great. Now, let's see. We're gonna check your homework together. So let's listen to it one more time. Let me share it. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, I see.
All right.
My name is Tien. I'm living in Ho Chi Minh City. My hometown is in Bình Dương province, but I moved to Ho Chi Minh City after I entered the university. I graduated from the University of Economics, majoring in business administration. I'm a bank officer. I work in the back office. My family has 4 people, including my husband, 2 sons, and me. After
Okay, we're gonna start there first. So, what do you think about it? Do you think that it's perfect?
Mm, I no, I don't think it's perfect because I know that my pronunciation is not good. But I think this paragraph I read I read okay.
Hmm.
Not a big problem.
Yeah, like you made a few mistakes in the pronunciation. First of all, it's going to be this word. Let me change the color. Here, remember, you pronounce the ending sound pretty perfect, but you miss the starting sound. So it's going to be pro, province. Can you say that again? Province.
Province.
Yeah, so we have to close our mouth first and then burst it out. P, p, province.
Province.
Yes, that's much better. And the next word. All right. How do you pronounce this?
Business.
Okay, so you remember that this word had two syllables, but you missed the last sound. We say business. Can you say that again? Business.
Business.
One more time. Business.
Business.
Where's the ending sound? It's going to be z, z too. Business.
Yes. Business.
I haven't heard that. Again, ness.
Business.
Yeah, that's much better. Business. All right. And this word. Can you pronounce this word again for me?
Administration.
Okay. So you missed the S sound at the middle of the word. Administration.
Administration.
There you go. Again, administration.
Administration.
Here, link the S sound to this. Station.
Administration.
Admi.
Administration.
Yeah, that's better. One last time.
Administration.
Okay. So, administration. Link the S to the T. Station. Okay. Other than those words, I think you did great job. Now, continue to listen.
After working hours, I come back to my house and take care of my children by preparing meals and sharing their studies. At the weekend, we often go out for dinner or go to the coffee shop. When I have leisure time, I enjoy traveling with my family. My hobby is reading books, especially business and family books. I read for 30 minutes a day before going to bed.
Okay. So we're gonna stop here first. Now, you said lesser, but it's not like that. It's less. If I have less time, I would do something else. If I have less time. Less is opposites from more.
No, I didn't mean that. Leisure time là ý là cái thời gian rảnh rỗi.
Okay, so we're gonna have to pronounce leisure.
Leisure.
Yes, one more time. Leisure.
Leisure.
Yes, the S is very strong. Sh, sh.
Leisure.
Okay, that's much better. Leisure activity. Leisure time.
Besides reading books, I'm fond of listening music.
Here, remember the phrase for me. Listening to. The word to always comes after listening. I'm listening to music. I'm listening to the teacher. Okay? Don't
Yeah.
forget don't forget the word to for me.
I'm not a sporty person, but I can swim and do yoga. I often go swimming on the weekend with my husband. I believe that doing any sport will help us healthier. My name
Okay. So the rest of it, there was no problem at all. You did a great job. Just be careful with those words we've mentioned before. All right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's have a look at our lesson then. Do you remember what you learned about in lesson number 3?
You mean in the book?
Yes, in the book.
Number 3. I
Lesson number 3 of Unit 4.
number 4.
Here, I'm going to share the screen and you're going to have to tell me if you finished all of them or not.
I finished number 4.
Task number 4. This is number 1, right? Number 2, 3, and 4. You finished this one, right?
We stop at the way we move.
The way we move.
Yes. 4.5.
4.5.
No, 4.4.
4.4.
Yes.
Hang on, let me check in the book.
In 44.
Page
In that.
44.
Yes.
Is it lesson number 4 or lesson number 3?
Number 4.
Lesson number 4. Hang on, wait. Lesson number 4 already.
This 3 paragraph I finished.
You finished the 3 paragraph already. Okay,
Yes.
so before getting into the next part, I would like to listen to you reading this passage again. Help me read aloud all of them.
Yes.
Passage 1.
Your son is 18 years old and lives at home. He needs to study for his exam, but in the evening he goes out with friends until late. He often misses lessons or falls asleep when he is studying. At home, you do all the cooking and cleaning and give your son money every week.
Okay, so here, try to practice pronouncing these words one more time. Be careful with the ending sound. Here, your son is 18 years old. You can link the sound together. Years old.
Yes. Years old.
Okay, say the whole sentence again.
Your son is 18 years old.
Okay, that's much better. And you can also link this to lives at and lives at home.
And lives at home.
This is the Z sound. Z, lives at home.
Lives at home.
Okay, lessons.
Lessons.
Phones.
Phones.
All right. Can you help me with the next passage, please? Your flatmate.
Yes. Your flatmate loves shopping. Every month she buys new clothes, shoes, and design bags. Using a credit card, her room is full of clothes he never wears. She spends more money than she has and borrows money from you to pay her rent. She hasn't paid you back for 2 months.
Okay, this one doesn't have many mistakes, almost perfect. Here, read this sentence again for me. She?
She spends
Yeah. Here, it's going to be Z sound. She spends more money than she has and borrows money from you to pay her rent. The last passage, please.
your friend would like a girlfriend. The problem is he works long hours and is so tired to go out in the evenings. He usually buys a takeaway meal and falls asleep watching the TV. He doesn't have any hobbies and is getting fat. You know lots of single women, but you don't think they would be interested.
Okay, let's pronounce these two words again. Be careful. It's pretty easy to misspelling, sorry. First of all, we say woman.
Woman.
Now, in this situation, there's only one woman.
Yes.
But
Woman.
in this case, we will not pronounce woman again. We would say women.
Women. Yes.
Okay,
Women.
now let's say it again. Woman,
Woman.
women,
Women.
women. It's also men.
Women.
That's much better. And this word, can you say it again, please?
Interested.
It's not invested. It's like tr. Interested.
Interested.
There you go. Interested. All right.
Nó đúng không? Mình đọc
Yes.
cái này ba âm đúng không?
Yeah, there's
Interested.
only 3 syllables. Interested.
Interested.
All right. Thanks a lot for reading all 3 passages again for me. And now we're gonna have a look at the lesson number 4 and find out Okay, so in lesson number 4, have you done this exercise yet?
Yes.
How about this?
Uh, I finished.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, if you have already finished, I have a question for you. What is the difference between must and have to? I'm gonna write a question on the screen. What is the difference between must and have to? And mustn't and don't have to. So what is the difference? First pair.
Must is similar mean with have to, but must is more stronger.
Well, not really. So must and have to, all of them refer to obligation, bắt buộc, right? And here, must, it is more personal. You feel it is important and you need to do it. Must is more personal, cá nhân hơn.
Yes.
And have to, it comes from the situation. You have no choice. Đến từ tình huống.
Okay.
All right. And what about mustn't and don't have to?
It's opposite meaning.
Not really opposite meaning. It's like different meaning. It's not obligation anymore. Mustn't. That means you are banned from doing that. You cannot do that under any circumstances. Mustn't. Không được phép làm. Okay? You mustn't smoke in the park. You mustn't ride a bike in the park. And don't have to means unnecessary, không cần thiết. You don't have to go to work at night. Have you got it? I'm going to write.
I understand, but I think mustn't is opposite meaning with must.
Yeah, it's opposite meaning of must,
Yes.
but it doesn't have the opposite meaning from don't have to. They are two different situations.
Oh, I mean that mustn't is opposite meaning with must, and don't have to opposite meaning with have to. So I think it is right.
Well, must is opposite from mustn't. Yeah, that's correct.
Yes.
Have to and don't have to, they are not opposite, they are different. Nó khác biệt hẳn. Have to mang tình huống bắt buộc. Don't have to không cần thiết phải làm cái đó. It's not necessary.
Yes.
What else do we have? Okay, there are a few words. I want you to read them for me. Here, part A. Can you read all 5 sentences for me?
Yes.
Number 1.
In the right or the left?
the right.
Yes. Do you read course to help you understand them?
What does it
Number
mean, article?
articles là những cái bài báo.
Yes, the writing in the newspaper, the post that you read. Number 2.
Yes. When's the last time you went online to study English?
Okay. Number 3.
Do you like watching films with subtitles? Why or why not?
What does it mean, subtitles?
Phụ đề.
Okay, so the small line you see when you watch the movie to catch up with what people are saying.
Yes.
Number 4.
You have you ever used a chat room in English?
What does it mean, chat room?
Kiểu như là cái ô chat, cái phòng chat.
Yeah, it's basically literally the meaning in the word chat room, room for chatting.
Yes.
Number 5.
Which works from this unit are you going to memorize?
What does it mean, memorize?
It means ghi nhớ.
Yes, you have to learn it by heart. Memorize is the same as I have to memorize this essay, or I have to learn this essay by heart. They are the same. Okay. Have you done this exercise yet? B.
No.
Not yet, right? Okay. So, can you tell me what they ask us to do? What is the question? You need to write down, write sentences about one thing based on these conditions. So first, can you tell me something that we can't do in our country that we can't do?
Yes. In our country, we can't uh, ride car, motorbike. I'm sorry. In our country, we can't move on the road on the left.
We can't move on the left.
It means we can ride car or ride motorbike on the left
On the
of the
left?
yes of the road.
Like opposite, right?
No, là không có dạng như là di chuyển các phương tiện giao thông ở bên trái á.
Oh, really?
Yes, I think so. We must
Okay.
on the right.
All right. Now, can you say these words again for me? How do you pronounce those?
Can, can't.
Yeah, okay, that's perfect. Can and can't. Sometimes you can admit this. People will understand what you're trying to say. And next, number 2. Tell me one thing you have to do next week.
Um, in next week, I'm going to visit my parents.
Here, remember, for this phrase, for this time phrase, we don't need any preposition. Next week, I'm going to visit my grandparents.
Yes.
Next week, no need for preposition. All right. As a graduate, you must know what we mustn't do during an exam, right? So tell me, one thing that we mustn't do during an exam.
During an exam, I must use mobile phone.
Use mobile phone, okay? That's correct. What will happen if your phone rings in the exam room?
Um, I think I will I will I don't care with the mobile phone.
You don't
I
care the
will,
mobile phone.
yes, yeah, I let it ring.
So that the examiner will not know whose phone that is, right?
And of course, with the in situation là in the situation is on the on the mobile phone will move in front of the room.
Normally, all the students have to put their bag in front of the desk, right? The place they are sitting. Yeah,
Not
that's a pretty nice move. Okay,
yes.
the next one. Tell me one thing you don't have to do at the weekend.
Um, I I don't go to the office at the weekend.
Can you use this phrase for me? I don't have to.
Yes, I don't have to go to work at the weekend.
Yeah, that's it. I don't have to go to work at the weekend.
Yes.
Number 5. Tell me one thing you must do when learning a language.
Um, when learning a language, I must practice um, for skill, listening, reading, uh, speaking, and writing.
Okay. Practice all 4 skills so that you can use the language efficiently, right? Speaking, listening, writing, and what is it? Speak, read, list, write. Now, what about the thing you mustn't do while driving?
While driving, I must use mobile phone.
What will happen if we use mobile phone while driving?
I can use headphone.
Headphone? Okay. But what if we don't have the headphone?
We can connect with with the car. So we open louder.
So we're gonna use the Bluetooth, right?
Okay, yes.
But I want to know what is the worst scenario here? What bad things will happen?
Can you repeat?
All right, let me write that on the screen.
Cái từ em mới nói.
What will happen in the worst scenario? Viễn cảnh
Từ,
tệ nhất in the worst scenario.
um, in in a in accessory, I think we can turn right and stop the car. After that, we can use the mobile phone.
Okay. But it's not like what I mean. Like, if we lose focus on the road, we will have an accident, right? We will have an accident. Okay, sorry about that.
No problem.
Now, let's see. We move on. Tell me one thing you have to do every day.
Every day I have to do exercise in the morning.
Okay, you have to do exercise in the morning. Why?
Yeah. You asked me why?
Yeah. Why?
Yes. Because I think that doing exercise will help me feel healthier.
So in that case, it should be must because it's your personal thinking, right? You feel that it's necessary. So you do exercise. In the morning, I must do exercise as I want to keep my body fit and healthy. The word have to here must comes from a situation. For example, I have to do my homework because the teacher told me so. Right? It comes with a situation. So, what do you have to do every day? At work. For example,
Okay, I see what you mean. I I have to I have to list some tasks must to do every day at the office.
okay, that's great example. You have to list out things to do at the office, right?
Yes.
And the last one, tell me one thing you don't have to do when you are a child.
When I was a child, I didn't have to use some electronic equipment.
You don't have to use the electronic equipments, for example. What are they?
Some I don't know how to I don't know how to express it. Ví dụ như là mấy cái cắm điện á, mấy cái thiết bị, mấy cái chui điện hay mình gọi là gì em?
Electronic devices, right? The plug-in.
Okay.
Okay. Electronic appliances. This word is pronounced appliances.
Appliances.
Okay, so you don't have to use electronic appliances when you were a child, right?
Yes.
And why do you have to use it now? Why do you have to use them now?
Or I don't understand.
Okay, so you said to me you didn't have to use the electronic appliances when you were
Yes.
a child. So
Yes.
why you have to use them now? Tại sao bây giờ mình lại phải sử dụng?
Because useful in our daily life.
Okay, because they are useful, right? Useful. Say this word again.
Useful.
All right, that's better. Okay, so in the next part, we have something related to DVD watching. All right, now let's have a look at these questions then. So, number one, do you ever travel by aeroplane?
And yes, I have.
How frequently?
Um, Sometimes.
Just
Um,
sometimes.
yes. On business or travel.
Okay, so which country have you been to?
I traveled Thailand.
Thailand, okay. Only Thailand?
Yes.
All right. Number two, have you ever flown long distances?
Flown đó là quá khứ của fly á, đúng không ạ?
It's the verb three, nó là verb 3 lần.
Yes.
Because we are using have,
Yes.
present perfect. The
I
three form would be like this: fly, flew, and flown.
I flown in long distance. I think, for example, from Ho Chi Minh City to Hanoi isn't a long distance.
Hmm. So you have already been to Hanoi, right? How
Yes,
long did it take to get there?
it's about 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay. Did you enjoy the experience when you were on the plane?
Mm, Honestly, I didn't like move by plane.
Why?
Because I'm afraid of the high.
You are afraid of heights, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm afraid of plane crashing.
Mm,
Do you know that
ý là
word? So,
I understand, but
okay.
I mean that I'm a person afraid of the high, nghĩa là người sợ độ cao á. đúng không?
Yeah.
Chị dùng như
Okay.
vậy đúng không?
Yes, afraid of height.
Yes.
Now, remember, for noun, we must pronounce the ending sound. Height.
Height.
Okay. I'm afraid of heights. Let's see. Do you know anything about aeroplane?
Mm, no, I didn't because I'm not uh interested in
Mm,
interested in
okay, so we just make use of it, right? We shouldn't care much about who, where, or when they created aeroplane. All right. Now, in the next part, we're gonna have passage, and I would like you to help me read it aloud.
yes. Supersize the way we move. Supersize looks at the amazing developments that have changed the modern world. This program shows the start of airplane travel. Dallas Campbell goes to the USA, where the Wright brothers first flew a Gira, an early type of aeroplane without an engine. In 1902, Campbell tries out a replica, a perfect copy of the Gilder to see if he can fly it.
Okay, thank you. Now, there are two words I want you to pronounce again. First of all, this we call it a glider.
Clyde,
Yes, one more time, a glider.
a Clyde.
Okay, so a glider will look, let me show you the picture of it. It will be much faster. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I see.
Okay, so this one is a glider, something like that. You have to use your force to glide in the sky.
Yes,
Okay, and the next word, you must the stress. It's perfect.
perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to read this again. Listen carefully to the way I read it, okay? So, supersized Earth, the way we move. Supersized Earth looks at amazing developments that have changed the modern world. This program shows the start of aeroplane travel. Dallas Campbell goes to the USA, where the Wright brothers first flew a glider, an early type of aeroplane without an engine. In 1902, Campbell tries out a replica, a perfect copy of the glider to see if he can fly it. All right, now, is there any word that you don't understand in this passage?
No.
Okay, that's good. See, the glider. Now, after finish reading the passage, I would like to know why Dallas Campbell goes to the USA.
Because the USA is The Wright brothers first flew a glider.
No, that's not a reason.
Mm, maybe he tries out a replica of a glider.
Yes, he wants to try out a replica of the glider to see if he can fly it. That's why he moved to the USA. Right? And here, this word, replica, not replica, okay? It's a replica.
Yes, of replica.
Now, in the next part, we're going to have 5 sentences and also the phrases in bold. I want you to read them carefully and match them with the definitions. All right? Now, let's read them first. Number 1.
The brothers' first journey triggered a whole country of innovation.
Okay, let's read this again. Triggered.
Trigger
Century.
century.
All right. What does it mean, century?
It means 100 years.
Yeah, 100 years. And what about 10 years? What do we call it?
Oh,
10 years.
I didn't remember.
Okay, we're gonna call it decade.
Yes.
Decade means 10 years. Century means 100 years.
Okay.
All right. And what about number 2?
Mm, the invention the Wright brothers are known for is the airplane.
Is the aeroplane. Number 3.
With D.
Can you say number 3? Let's read all of them first.
Yes, they began to conquer. No, I don't know how to.
Okay. So this, we will have to use the sound of conquer the skies.
Conquer. Conquer. They began to conquer the skies.
Number 4.
The brothers achieved this in a simple way.
Okay. Achieved. Number 5.
The first plan launched a revolution in the way we travel.
Okay, let's read the whole phrase one more time. So here we're going to say launched. Launched a revolution.
Launch a revolution.
Yes. One tips for you when you stress the word. If it has the ending like this, shen, we're going to stress the sound before it. If it ends with shen, we're going to stress before it. Innovation, revolution.
Yes.
Okay, and have you learned about how to pronounce ed? Have you learned about how to pronounce ed?
Uh, in many situations.
No, yeah. How many situations do we have? How many kinds of pronunciation can we have with ed? Chúng ta có bao nhiêu cách phát âm ed ta?
I didn't remember.
Okay, so we're gonna review this topic in the next class, ed and also s sound.
Yes.
All right, now let's talk about the meaning of these words. First, number one, triggered a whole century of innovation. What letter is that?
It's with B.
Yeah, it will met with B, cost 100 years of new ideas. Trigger means gây ra. Triggered.
Yes.
Number two,
Number two with D.
D. Yes, a new creation, invention. Number three, conquer the skies.
With E.
E. Yes, become the master of something. Number four, number three, what do we call it in Vietnamese?
Cái này
Con-
cái thì chinh phục hoặc là
yeah,
ghi dấu ấn gì đó.
yeah. We're gonna go with chinh phục, okay? People also use this in wars. Conquer other countries. All right.
Yes.
Number four, achieved.
Ờ, I.
We're successful at something. Yes. Number five,
With C.
C. Started something that changed society. What do we call it in Vietnamese? Revolution.
Kiểu như là ờ, đưa ra một cái cải tiến.
We're gonna call it more stronger. Cách mạng. Revolution. Cuộc cách mạng. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So at home, you're gonna have to read these sentences again and review the vocabularies for me. Also, I will
In
give
this
you more exercise for have to, must and don't have to do at home. Okay. Help me read these two questions and answer them. Okay. Have you
yes.
ever swum in the sea? And then tell me how swim in what sea do we have in Nha Trang? How was it? Okay. And did you go on holiday last year? Where? How long do you stay there? And what did you do there? Okay. Record answering the questions for me.
So I have to prepare to answer the question.
Yes. But
And
you need to extend your answer. Mình phải mở rộng câu trả lời của mình nha.
yes, and read the
Read
the
these
review.
5 sentences. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's it for today's lesson. Next time we will talk about ED and S more in detail.
Yes. Thank
All
you.
right. Let's stop here and say goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, see you next time.
See you next time.